So I was bored, so I bought a rug, as one does. But I'm still bored, but just with a rug now.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Don't call like you're sucking dick.
Well, so I done bought me some hand sanitizer the other day, but I'm only now realizing that the brand name... I'm ugly.
Say a command or say help.
Take me to toilet paper now.
Sorry. What type of destination? Address?
Toilet paper.
Intersection.
Store.
Place of interest?
No.
Or contact?
No.
It was sunny, it was relatively warm, and now it's snowing! No need for this! This is fake news!
You know, amidst this corona stuff, you know what really grinds my gears? When people say, "Oh, Dylan, it'll be all right, buddy. You're just going to take it a day at a time." I said, you telling me there's other options? But what have you been taking it? 2, 3, 4, a week at a time, buddy? You want to tell me how to do that? Because I'd really like to speed this shit up.
Gourmet! Dino Nuggets! Dino Nuggets!
Yeah!
Dino Nuggets!
Can you please not? Can you please not?
Yeah, go tell Aunt Jemima her pancakes are ready.
A little over 100 years since this toaster was made and half a century since it's been used. I'm recording this in case I die.
Right, you turn on this dame using this peculiar concern right here, and you can already feel the heat. And yeah, it smells like the war. Oh.
Hopefully. Bam. Bam. Oh, no. Come on. Don't kill me. All right.
Smelling toasty. You know, the only bad thing is that...
You know, minus the faint taste of asbestos and a small shadow of a fear of mesothelioma, I don't think I'm going to go back to a normal toaster again.
Folks, this is Grandpa Dylan here. I say thanks for tuning in to your top of the air snow forecast. I tell you, it's just colder than a nunnery up in this son of a bitch. But we got snow on the windshield and no wipers, which means we get to play a game I call How Far Can I Drive Without Hitting Shit?
So I'm just here procrastinating, browsing the ant colony Facebook group, and my boy here was like, hey, this is the face of an ant seen through a microscope. And I was like, I've seen that motherfucker before, but that doesn't make any sense. And then it hit me. It's fucking Trotsky.
You can change the motherfucking parking sensor beep tone so you can write a song. You ready? You ready? We're going to do it.
So personally, I found that the best way to make a meringue is to start out depressed. Oh, gee, Nat, we got some smoked, pasteurized, processed Gouda cheese product slice. Wow.
Right, on normal cars, you have 2 stalks on either end of the steering column. You know, for normal people, humans, 2 of everything. 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 balls. Well, whichever mutant came up with this idea needs to be drawn and quartered and shot and burned in an easy bake oven because they decided to put everything on 1 stalk. Look at this hieroglyphic corncob space shuttle challenger looking piece of shit. It looks like a bop it machine. So now in order, I need to wipe my rear and wipe my front and indicate and flash motherfuckers so everyone thinks I'm having a seizure and they're going to call the cops. I am this close to losing my shit. And by that I mean all of it. A mass deployment. I've made my bed, I've cleaned my bedroom, I've rearranged the furniture in the living room, I've cleaned the bathroom, I've rearranged my spice rack twice, alphabetized the bookcase. I'm about to go clean the driveway with a toothbrush. I mean, Lord above, I just got finished polishing my cutlery. Do you know how bored you have to be to polish cutlery? And then, of course, when you're all cooped up at home, all of the questions of life approach you en masse. Who killed Kennedy? Why is Jimmy Carter still alive? And where the hell did arugula come from? I mean, come on, look back 10 years ago. Did arugula exist then? Nope. So, if anybody has any tips and pointers on how to not go insane, drop them by Dylan, why don't you?
You know, I love hotels as much as the next guy, but this is the first hotel where I can take a big fucking shit while looking out onto the highway. Like Morning Carol, I'm taking a big douche. The fuck is this? The fuck is this? All right, you flagpole ass looking thing. Oh! Oh, I gotta change gears. Goddamn IKEA Swedish. Goddamn. You know, this is one of the few times I can say that I've screwed 40 times tonight. What do you think, Long John Silver? Now, you know there, buddy, instead of just sitting there watching me like a wet blanket, you could offer to help. You see me assembling this table. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Long John Silver, your raggedy-ass painting you got. Oh!
Well, the old Hickmobile, the old Chevy just broke in the best way possible. You see, that windshield wiper works. Congrats. Yeah, not that one. No, now I just have a water cannon for 3 feet. I'm a bloody super soaker volunteer firefighter. Yeah, good job, Chevy.
I am so fucking pissed. It is so cold in this state that I cannot clean my windows because Windex freezes.
Look at... Like... Look at the figure on this one. Look at what size cup is that? Sorry, Kim. Hi there, my name is Dylan and this is my car. And my car is gay. My friends say that doesn't make any sense. How can a 63 Cadillac be gay too? And I tell them, just sit down, you pillocks, because I'm finna tell you a story. I said, first off, look at these tail fins. They are extra as fuck. I mean, it's just something a straight car wouldn't be seen dead prancing around with. Next, look at this interior color. It is a lightly dusted rose. And anything to do with rose? I don't think I need to say any more. Thirdly, look at this inordinate amount of chrome. To be gay is synonymous with liking all things shiny, and this car is just dripping with shiny. And I mean, lastly, it just takes it in the butt. I mean, that's the main one here. It's dead. You just keep yourself together, Margaret. Do you think something broke? Yeah, something broke. Are you done? Don't talk back to me. You son of a... You bitch! Oh. Choke. Choke! 1-800-CHOKE this fucking piece of shit.
Now, I'm no mechanic, but I think your muffler is supposed to be up there. It's not supposed to be on the ground.
Just a great day. Bitch. Hi-ho, Silver. Ugh.
We are now involuntarily straight-piped.
It's gonna sound like a gunfight in a phone booth.
Good morning, you sons of bitches. Jesus.
Guess I'm just a play date to you. You know what isn't a play date? Learning this fucking instrument. This floppy, flaccid ass looking instrument.
Look, I'm gonna have to rack y'all's brains for 2 seconds. I've been in this country for 6 years, and somebody has yet to tell me why Americans have to say tuna fish. I know it's a fish! What else is it gonna be? A dog?
Well, boys, I tell you, the interior definitely ain't no goddamn crocodile alligator. No, I tell you, it looks like someone threw a grenade in a Goodwill in here. But I do drive a Chevrolet. And she is the size of a movie theater.
Can someone kindly explain to me why American middle-aged suburban men act so strange as soon as they enter a hardware store? Well, paint me red and call me a barn there. Randy, is that you, buddy? How the hell are you? What's that? Oh, Bill, buddy, as I live and breathe, who let you out of the loony bin? Oh, Randy, you always were a goof, you rusty cotter pin. Hey, Lonnie told me you're building a new deck. Well, Bill, Lonnie's right, that old tease. I'm here getting ready to refinish the deck there. Say, how's your 2x4 holding up? My 2x4? Yeah, I just said it like a second ago. Well, gee, I say you better ask the wife, huh?
You know, you can never find a pen when you need one. How can I not have a pen in my car? No, that's pen, eh?
A lot of girls tell me, Dylan, it must be nice to have a thigh gap like that. And I say, no, it ain't. Everything falls through my lap. My wallet, my keys, my college GPA.
All right, tell me why I'm almost halfway through my 20s and nobody thought to inform me that there were different types of cappuccinos? I walked into a coffee shop today. I'm fixing for a cappuccino, right? Lady says, that's just fine, sir. Would you like it wet or dry? I'm thinking wet or dry. What in high Jesus handbasket hell is she talking about? This is a fucking coffee shop, not a weather forecast. How do you expect me to drink a dry cup of coffee? What, forget about cream and sugar? What, you gonna give me a knife and fork? Cool things about my car, a 1963 Cadillac. When you make a turn, there's an extra headlamp that lights the way. There's no B-pillar between the windows when they're down. The parking brake is automatically disengaged. There's also no turn signal light on your dashboard. Instead, it's located outside on the fender. This is an Autronic eye. It senses light from the headlamps of oncoming traffic and then automatically dims your brights for you. Doing it manually, though, is by foot switch. Everything is power operated, even a 6-way adjustable power bench. And of course, the gas cap is in the rear. Today, you and I are going to dive into the realm of old blues musicians' nicknames because they are wild. First up is Barbecue. He's dishing out fire tracks and fire baby backs. We have Big Smoky Smothers. You sound like a combo meal. You fucking 2 for $20. Big Smoky Smothers had a younger brother. Next up is Blind Lemon Jefferson. And here's a curveball. Lemon is not his nickname. That's just his name. Pine Top Perkins? I can get behind that. I like you. What is the fucking point?
What is the... Sorry, kids. Nicki Minaj couldn't make it to the concert. We've got ironing board Sam to fill in.
Well, I tell you, good day to you all. What if I told you that the past tense of sneak is not snuck? What if I also admitted that I did not truly understand such until today? I've been walking and talking on this earth saying snuck for a damn long time. You snuck out of the house. You snuck out of work early. No, it's sneaked. And of course it's sneaked because you peaked in high school. You didn't puck in high school. If you squeak, you squeaked. It's sneaked. It's time for a random fact. It wasn't always Prindle. Before automatic shift patterns were standardized and mandated, some older cars like this one used the pattern of Pundler. They moved away from this because old Carol going down the road would want to switch into low range for engine braking, but she'd go a little too far and she'd hit reverse and she would get yeeted into last week. Whoever made this instrument is a sick individual. They took my beautiful piano and they shrank down the keys to the size of chiclets. It is all up in my grill so much that I need to play like some fucking pigeon trying to grab a hold of a french fry in a Wendy's parking lot, and I can't stand it. Don't get me started on these buttons right here, because not only are there 11,400 billion of them, but someone decided that it would be great that I can't see them. What keeps you up at night? Nothing. Nothing at all.
Enemy AC-130 above!
What if I told you that there isn't an unexpected item in the bagging area? What if I told you that I swiped it and you booped it, you asked me to put it in the bag, I put it in the bag? So why are you then gonna turn around and stab me in the back, you little 4-foot bullshit automated demon? You really think I'm trying to Houdini the shit out of a box of bran flakes? Get real! Uncle Ben. Aunt Jemima. They're definitely fucking. On this episode of 3 Cool Vintage Things.
Old light switches looked like this.
Old radios sounded like this.
Old toasters were kind of sketchy. Good morning.
I'll be skipping breakfast today. Well, good day to you. Do you mind lending me a hand for a quick second? I am a bona fide millennial, but people on TikTok got me feeling like I'm a certified boomer. What does ooh-woo mean? When you say ooh-woo who? Ooh-woo you, ooh-woo me. Who ooh-wooed it? Am I the ooh-wooer or the ooh-woo-wee? Doesn't make any sense. People like, oh, Dylan, it's just a face. Well, then why are you saying it? How do you pronounce a face? Well, good day to you. Do you mind lending me a hand for a quick second? I am a bona fide millennial, but people on TikTok got me feeling like I'm a certified boomer. What does ooh-woo mean? When you say ooh-woo who? Ooh-woo you, ooh-woo me. Who ooh-wooed it? Am I the ooh-wooer or the ooh-woo-wee? Doesn't make any sense. People like, oh, Dylan, it's just a face. Well, then why are you saying it? How do you pronounce a face? I woke up gay again today. Now I gotta go do gay shit. You have to remember, you can't keep it bottled up forever. Do you know what this is?
Do you know what this is? Why, yes, it is a ticket from the sheriff's department, but it is not a speeding ticket. No, it is a ticket because this truck is too goddamn noisy. I just got pulled over by a sheriff's deputy. He comes up to me. He says, "Sir, the muffler you have on is excessively noisy, and we just can't have that within the county." I said, "Gee, deputy, it's funny that you mentioned my muffler, because mine's actually been pretty quiet ever since I hit that pothole the size of a Best Western at the corner of Grand and Bullshit."
3 ways to get vibrato on an accordion. First, shake the keyboard. You could shake the bellows. Or you could just have ADHD. Hey there, what if I told you should clean your glasses? The amount of people I see walking this green earth with greased up, oily ass glasses makes me want to blow my nose with a mousetrap. I tell you, I just FaceTimed my friend Patty. Patty answers the phone like this. I said, "Jesus Christ, Patty, listen to me. It's gonna be okay. It's me, Dylan." She's like, "Dylan, what the hell are you talking about?" I said, "Patty, judging by your glasses, it looks like you just caught a key lime pie with your face. You couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo. Would you fall face first into Paula Deen? What, the new fashion trend is to put foundation on your glasses too now?" I said, "Patty, put down the phone and call me back once those motherfuckers are clean."
Tell me, am I the only one who had zero warning signs at all that they were going to be gay growing up? I mean, I was straight as hell right up until I was 17. And then I must have hit my head or something because I woke up gay as shit. I mean, I went from Call of Duty to Tutti Frutti in a matter of seconds. You know, the only thing I can think of is around the age of 8, I did start referring to women as the breasted.
I want a 2, 3, and...
Anti-lock brakes versus no anti-lock brakes.
Nowadays, most modern cars in the West come equipped with ABS and disc brakes all around, but that wasn't always the case. With ABS, the wheels keep moving under braking, and the car comes to a controlled stop with very little skid. However, without it, you can see the front wheels lock up and the car loses traction. This is bad if you ever need to turn. Adding old-school drum brakes to the mix means the car is completely at the mercy of momentum. We like ABS because it eliminates a lot of the uncertainty in braking, and that's just good.
I'm sorry. It was for science.
So for all of my astrology folks out there, you know I love you to death, right? But I mean, some of y'all is taking it a little too far. I sat down for breakfast this morning at a cafe. I'm making small talk with this brunette. She's great. She starts out, "Hi, I'm a Virgo, but interestingly, my moon sign is an Aquarius," which is just great because I love aquariums. I'm like, "I don't think that's how that works." She's like, "You know, my birthstone is a sapphire. I like emeralds too, but not rubies. Oh, God, no. And that's why I'm never within a 5-mile radius of a Ruby Tuesdays." I'm like, "Jesus Christ." She's like, "What are you?" I'm like, "Lady, I'm just hungry." Well, hi there. You know, it's good to see you. It's snowing. And I don't need to tell you that that is saddening in its own right, but my issue here is that it is June, which means this is transcontinental shittery. This is international bullshit. I'm this close to calling the Department of Defense. You know, fuck it. I'm going to call Richard Nixon. Well, I tell you, good afternoon to you. Do you want to tell me why I keep finding these braces rubber bands in my pockets? Despite the fact that I got my braces off 5 years ago. But God forbid I have the audacity to put a chapstick in my pocket. Because the moment I do, me nor my children's children will ever see that chapstick again. It'll be gone. Yeeted out of existence. Some fucking Skyrim ethereal type Houdini shit.
Today, y'all, we're going to take a look at what's under the hood of my 1963 Cadillac Series 6200 sedan. This 2.5-ton car is powered by Cadillac's 6.4-liter pushrod V8 engine mated to a 4-speed hydromatic auto. 325 horsepower and 410 foot-pounds of torque originally breathed through a 4-barrel Rochester carburetor, but it now breathes through a 750 CFM Edelbrock. Of course, all of this heads to the rear wheels and is held together by Cadillac's X-frame chassis, which is quite strong but offers no side impact protection. Braking is achieved only by drum brakes, and both the rear axle and the front individual suspension are coil springs. This renders the ride very soft, but the body roll is astronomical in anything other than a straightaway. And for those who keep asking, no, there are zero emissions protocols here. This Cadillac is true to form to its 1963 self.
To all cyclists, you need to pick what you are and stick with it. If you're riding on the sidewalk, I'm going to treat you as a pedestrone. If you're riding on the road, everyone's going to treat you as a car. You cannot be riding on the road and then blow through a red light on the sidewalk. Because if you can't tell, I couldn't stop that quickly at 45. I basically need to yell to the engine room to reverse thrust. Choose one! Google has betrayed me. I said Google has betrayed me. I'm at the park, and there's a lake, and there's a duck, and there was a whole bunch of ducklings. I said, my God, is that not the cutest thing this side of the Mississippi? But boy, is that a lot of ducklings. So I wanted to look up just how many baby ducks a mama duck can excrete into this world. So, like the intellectual I am, I looked it up, and Google was like, you're in luck, buddy, because a mama duck can have up to 12 babies. But guess what? Only 2 survive until adulthood.
Please, no.
I said, why in the Daddy K. Ronald Reagan Quaker Oats world did you think I wanted to know this information? Some information is not knowledge. Some information is just sadness.
Good morning, guys. I'm just here on my stoop, and I'll admit I'm a little upset because I snapped my favorite coffee mug's handle right here at the bottom. And I was going to throw it away, but instead I decided to repair it, which goes to show that even a broken coffee...
Everyone's talking about top energy this, bottom energy that. I just want energy. Top, bottom, east, west, shoulders, knees, and toes. I don't give a damn. I'm just tired. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting sick of hearing everyone's beautiful Instagram-worthy summer goals. Oh, I want to take a road trip up the Pacific. Oh, I want to fucking tour the Mediterranean with my 7'13" Italian god of a fiance. No, my summer goal is to finish a chapstick.
The best part of waking up is going back to bed.
Richard Nixon.
Am I the only one who low-key judges people who call themselves insomniacs, but they go to bed at like 1:30 in the morning? Like, that's cute and all, but I don't see you whipping up an entire full-ass unadulterated can of Bush's baked motherfucking beans at 4:47 in the goddamn morning, now do I? You're an amateur. These lamps are ugly, but they don't have to be. With some time and effort, you can turn these things into something classy, utilizing some tape, gold, and then matte black spray paint. Not to mention, once the coats have dried, there is nothing more satisfying than separating trim. For the cherry on top, you'll need 3 tubular Edison bulbs to complete the look. So here's the before and the after. I won't lie, I was not expecting it to look this good. I don't know how I pulled this off.
How's my day going? Well, I got out of bed this morning and I dressed up like this to buy a loaf of bread, so, you know, it's scary. A lot of people ask me, they say, Dylan, why do you never use your front pockets? Why do you put everything in your back pockets? Your phone, your wallet, your keys? I say, it's quite simple, honey. I'm trying to make up for the fact that I have no ass. I'm blessed with no cake, not even a rice cake, not a pancake. It's like a sheet of drywall back there. I sit down and it sounds like 2 billiard balls hitting each other. Katink, it's a tragedy. I have such a deficit in cheekage that I don't even know what it's like to fart properly. It just sounds like air, you know.
You know, as I sit here this evening feeling a bit homesick, I'm reminded of an old Islanders adage regarding if you ever find yourself in a conversation that you don't wish to be in, be it vexing or otherwise boring. What you would say is, you would say, pardon me, this conversation makes me want to sit down and shit my britches. Because it's a statement that contains all the necessary facets to end a conversation on the spot. Because there's quite simply no response to that. The subject matter was so debilitating that not only were you willing to soil yourself, but to do so in a seated position, which I'd imagine is quite difficult to do considering the compression of the ass. Am I the only one seeing all of these young accomplished people on TikTok with their new singles out, their new albums out? Because that's great, that's fantastic, but you're making me feel bad. Because you know what I have out? I have a Hot Pocket out of the microwave. Orange juice with pulp is superior. High pulp, heavy pulp, extra pulp. I want to be able to chew my orange juice.
Squeeze the wing. You didn't want all this moisture in your pie. You're gonna get all the moisture out. Cause let me tell you, once you put the chicken in there, you don't want this soaked up in the chicken. Right? Chicken tastes funny.
Wellness have come up with a low-calorie cassava pie.
I bet you it tastes like shit.
We'll be right back after this break.
Were you involved in a rear-end collision that made you gay? Ask your doctor about thick-ass whiplash. Accidentally blitzed the neighbor's cat this 4th of July? You're not at fault. Do your arms keep falling off? Call 1-800-Jesus-Christ, my arms keep falling.
And we're back.
Buy a mattress right now! Did you guys grow up with that one remedy your folks had for everything?
In Bermuda, where I'm from, the answer is Vicks Vapor Rub. Hey, you got a chest cold? Now you're cured. Can't sleep? Vicks got your back. Fender bender? Who needs insurance? Bills gone!
I'm currently on my floor. My legs feel like anchors. I can't lift them.
You know, originally I thought hanging old Long John Silver up there was a good idea, but now I just feel like he's judging me.
You know, look at that idiot drinking a glass of iced tea. You know, real men drink whiskey.
You, yes you, I don't know you, but I kind of feel like we're in the same class together. Through Corona, through quarantine, through sun and stormy weather, you helped me. Whether you realize it or not, we helped each other, and I think that's the real power of TikTok. You know, we joke about this app. The dance of the week, what's on our FYP. We joke about being addicted to our phone, but the truth of the matter is that it's helped us to not feel so alone. So as we look down at our screens together, let's think about us briefly as a family, because to lose something so stupid and simple as that would be nothing short of a tragedy. Whether you're on gay or straight TikTok, whether you're on frog or beans TikTok, whether you're a snack or a whole goddamn meal. I just wanted to say, because of you, because of us, it's been pretty real. Things about my 87 Suburban that just make sense. We have this front porch of a bumper, which is great because it turns every restaurant into a potential drive-thru. This is where my muffler used to be before it fell off. The power steering leak that automatically lubricates the front suspension. Instead of airbags, this came equipped with a concussion. We have 2 cup holders, one for your drink, one for your starting fluid. God bless square body Chevys. Folks, let me tell you about something incredible that happened to me today. I was seated earlier as a passenger in a not-so-gentleman's car who, get this, was using 2 feet to drive. Make no mistake, this was not a standard transmission with a clutch. No, sir, this was an autofucking-matic, meaning it shifts for you. He had his right foot on the accelerator, his left foot on the brake. This is not a bicycle. This is not the cha-cha slide. He needn't use 2 feet to drive. I was seated abreast to a witless dish rag who needed help. You say, Dylan, why are you telling me this? Because I suspect more people do this than we gather, and we must stay diligent. Friends don't let friends drive automatics with 2 feet. People say, Dylan, I would love to take a road trip with you. No, you wouldn't.
Morning, Sheriff! Oh, God, it's an exit. Of course it's a Chrysler!
Oh, fly me to the fridge because I need another snack. I don't care if I've just stayed, I know my stomach's whack. Some of the best advice my father ever told me was to accept a compliment, because not doing so means you invalidate somebody else's opinion. He also used to tell me if I ever held in a sneeze, I would shart.
Tell me, is it just me, or does the one day that you look like shit, the one day that all of the attractive people in your vicinity just crawl out of the woodwork? I've been going to the hardware store every day for the past 7 days, looking good, but the one day that I look like I've crawled out of purgatory is the one day that all of the Adonises just grace the aisles. I'm covered in sawdust and I smell like 10W40, but today is the day that you 6-foot bullshit tan chiseled motherfucker decided to small talk with me. Where were you when I looked good?
As you guys know, this is my Suburban, but unlike Ernest the Cadillac, my Suburban has yet to be named, and I want you guys to fix that. So, the top comment come Monday, July 27th will be inscribed on a 5x2 brass plaque alongside the winner's username on the back of the vehicle. What you should know is that this 87 Suburban is comically large and a little more than rough around the edges, plus it sounds like the Exxon Valdez. Nothing is off limits and I am excited.
Okay, this is outside. What the f—
Hi, I'm Dylan, and I literally feel like I'm house-sitting in a horror story.
Knock, knock. The most horrifying abomination I've seen in years. I am in the belly of the beast.
This looks older than Jimmy Carter.
Oh, what in Sister Mary fucking Joseph is that? What are you? Fucking Mickey Mouse umbrella.
I am not exaggerating. This is nothing short of horrifying.
It is pitch black.
Is it this way? No, sir.
Water heater, furnace, toilet. I don't like anything to do with this. I don't think I can explain to you how creepy this fucking situation. Oh. Okay, we are never going back in there again.
An oil change, but just dad noises.
Yep. Easy now. Easy now. You go up. And then you go. Shut. Yes, sir. All the way up there. Oh, just like they're doing over Titan Asia. 5.7 liter Chevy, this and that throttle body, Chevy intake gaskets. Perfect. Alrighty.
Congrats, you've made a mess. The US is a bit brainwashed when it comes to teeth whitening, because despite the countless expensive products you see on store shelves, there's actually only one ingredient that whitens teeth, and it costs less than water. That's right, 3% hydrogen peroxide is the only job doer behind all the fancy marketing in white strips, trays, toothpastes, and mouthwashes. All you do is mix 1 part water with 1 part 3% hydrogen peroxide and swish. Heckin' mint. Which means, yes, 2 of these does the same as 1 of those. And I know it's funny taking dental advice from a British citizen, but you don't need to take my word for it. It's always been a use of hydrogen peroxide, so long as you get 3%.
What are you looking at?
Do you guys categorize your years and memories in terms of songs like I do? Like if someone says, hey, Dylan, do you remember the summer of 2016? I'm like, vaguely. But if someone says, hey, do you remember that summer where Love Yourself and One Dance was out? I'm instantly remembering everything. Hey, do you remember the Christmas of 2014? Nope. Do you remember that Christmas where Mary Did You Know by Pentatonics and Santa Tell Me was out? I said, yes. Like when I listen to Fireflies, I'm instantly transported back to the summer of 2010. Modern Warfare 2, the World Cup, what? Hi, yeah, any reason why you guys didn't think to warn me about raccoons when I moved here? Cause I just went to take out the trash and put it in the dumpster and there was a demon from the 5th dimension in there. I throw the garbage in the dumpster and the next thing I know, this fur demon starts ricocheting off the inside, sounding like Satan on a spin cycle. Next thing I know, this bloodthirsty potato sack with claws comes flying out at Mach 3 like some mammalian artillery. Why are they so big? That thing was the size of Nebraska. That thing could get a driver's license. Am I the only car guy who's got that one vehicle they're too afraid to admit they like because it's kinda sus? Cause I like the Chrysler Aspen.
There she blows, Captain! Fucking beauty! English breakfast at night! One for me ex-wife, one for me mum, one for me pa, one for me cat. Shut out! An anchor started more viciously than the hurricane of 1882. I lost my dick in that storm. Now I've got an iron cock. Do you know how hard it is to piss from an iron cock?
You know, it's sad because we don't know each other. But I kind of felt like we were in the same class together. Through Corona, through quarantine, through sun and stormy weather, you helped me. We helped each other, whether we realize it or not, and I think that is the real power of TikTok. You know, guys, we joke about this app. What's on our FYP, the dance of the week? Just why is it spicy? We joke about being addicted to our phones. But the truth of the matter is that it's helped us to not feel so alone. My time on TikTok has been a joy beyond measure. And just know that my time with you guys has been an absolute pleasure. You look like a walking pixie stick. Hey! Your wrists are more limp than overcooked spaghetti. You make rainbows look straight. Fine then. We just lost a legend, folks. O.G. Wilford Brimley. You might not know his name or his face, but you know him, because he inspired an entire generation to pronounce diabetes as diabetes. His legendary meme status should not dominate his life, but I think it's only respectful that we pay our respects, and not forget the man behind the meme. Thanks for all the laughs, Mr. Brimley. We'll miss you. Well, good evening to you. Say, if you're lucky enough to still have your grandparents, pick up the phone, give them a call. Because there will soon be a time where you can't. Trust me on this one. It's important. Cadillac for 1963 with the 4-speed high-dramatic. You want to change your own gears? Well, screw you! We're not peasants. We also have 4 ashtrays. How to make sure your neighbors will never speak to you. Morning, John. How are you? Stop revving your engines at me, you insubordinate pillocks! You sound like a child who's just discovered that blenders exist. I'm not gonna race your Civic in my '63 Cadillac. My hood is the size of your entire vehicle. People like, oh, Dylan, you're too afraid to lose. I said, yeah, lose $10 worth of gas. People ask me, Dylan, why do you call your plant a 10-footer when it's barely a foot tall? And I say, because from 10 feet away she looks all right, but up close you can tell this bitch has been dead since March. This sign is radioactive. But Dylan, you say that looks like any other exit sign, and I say true, but this one will stay illuminated by itself for up to 30 years. It's powered by tritium, a heavy radioactive isotope of hydrogen that's created in nuclear reactors. It has a beta decay that causes phosphors to glow in a process known as radioluminescence. Kinda spooky. Unlike other isotopes, tritium is relatively harmless unless you're dense enough to eat this stupid stuff, but nevertheless it's pretty fun knowing that this glow is nuclear. How bad are Wyoming potholes? They will eat you! Wyoming potholes hit harder than divorce. They're eligible to vote! They hide underneath puddles like the wet sharts of infrastructure. That's why no one thinks this state exists. Because folks come here, hit a pothole, and entire bloodlines are deleted and yeeted into purgatory.
Ah, yes, this is the papaya here. People say looks strange fruit, but tastes good. You know, only thing you need to remove the bolts. The bolts you need to scoop out.
French Revolution, your pineapple.
Nasty. Oh, it's nasty. Oh, loud.
You want a 1:3 papaya to pineapple ratio.
Sweetened condensed milk.
I'll never not be grossed out by this.
Ice.
Ginger beer.
About a half a can.
What you're left with is the nectar of the gods.
You just keep yourself together, Margaret. You done? Don't talk back to me. You son of a, you bitch!
Do you think something broke? Yeah, something broke.
Choke. Choke! 1-800-CHOKE this fucking piece of shit!
Now, I'm no mechanic, but I think your muffler is supposed to be up there.
Just a great day.
It's not supposed to be on the ground.
Hi-ho, Silver.
It's gonna sound like a gunfight in a phone booth.
Good morning, you sons of bitches.
Does anyone want to tell me why new towels are so fluffy? Because I've washed mine twice, and I still feel like I've been violated in a Build-A-Bear workshop. I come out of the shower clean, but then I'm just covered head to toe in cotton shed, like some low-budget kindergarten Christmas production, some Care Bear fraternity initiation hazing ritual type bullshit. So I get this question a lot, and the simple answer is there aren't any. Even when seatbelts were an option in the 60s, buyers rarely bought them. The next question, of course, is that legal? And the answer is yes. If your car was not manufactured with seatbelts originally from the factory, like this 1963, then you're under no obligation to wear them. You can't get a ticket, you can't get a fine. Basically meaning if you're driving a car that was built before 1965, the law doesn't apply to you. By no means does that mean it's safe, though. Even if the car is fine, if I ever get into any serious accident, I will be in all four corners of this vehicle simultaneously. If you got them, wear them. Well, hi there. Say, you know coconuts don't look like this by themselves, right? All this cartoon propaganda your country has fed you, these things just hold up in trees looking like this, falling down looking like this. Yeah, it's fake news, you know? It's big coconut propaganda. You wouldn't believe the amount of arguments I got in today of people telling me, Dylan, what do you mean this isn't the whole coconut? This is what all coconuts look like. I said, no, this is just the center of the fruit. And yes, it is a stone fruit, just like a peach, just like an apricot. Maybe it's just Wyoming, but coconuts are green. Coconut? Coconuts. You need to use a hatchet or a machete to get to the center of this, and then you need to break this open. So, don't let big coconut fool you. Am I the only one who won't make a left turn into traffic even if I need to, if there's a considerable amount of people behind me? I'm too afraid to be an inconvenience. I'll make 87 right turns past 4 state lines, 3 time zones just to go around. I won't do it. What's the texture like? Difficult to describe. It's a kind of dense. Good for the winter. Wrong names only. Car edition. Bang box. Death arrestor. Moist hoist. Squint splint. Front porch. Navigation proclamation. Garbage can.
Hey, what's this?
My homework.
And what's this?
The deadline.
So what are you gonna do?
Bake 36 muffins. 36.
The Adventures of Suki and Roger.
Come here, Stu. Oh.
Come on, Roger.
I'm 25?
I'm gonna need you to pick me up some denture paste, a pair of khakis, and white socks.
Do I still have a twink license?
Here comes the arthritis.
Oh dear.
I am not moving to Florida. I'm old, not dead.
You know, I don't care what they say. Wyoming summers are beautiful. They're gorgeous. They're absolutely f***ing ridiculous. Goddamn freezing Siberian looking. God damn. You know the joke where you can never get the USB in the correct way the first time? Well, I'm just making sure you knew that the logo faces up, right? That's it. As night follows day, it'll go in, and if it's on its side, then the contact insert meets the logo. Take a look next time.
Instant coffee isn't instant. If it was, I'd be able to do this. Richard Nixon! I am very awake.
Of all the things to hate on this green earth, there's one thing I hate the most, and that is the moth. Because never before has there existed a more dense tart of a creature. I mean, they literally eat sweaters. Who looks at a sweater and says, oh, perfect, I think I'll eat it? You know, I've always wanted to ask them, how does it feel that your entire civilization can be brought to its knees by a street lamp? You know, I never need to worry about what side of the gas pump I'm on. You know why? He takes it in the rear!
It's the best ice cream that isn't ice cream. It's lactose free and you can start now beginning with just eggs and sugar. You start with 3 yolks, add in a cup of sugar, and you mix that together and throw it over a double boiler. Once it's warm, you add in your flavoring. I use the juice of 3 lemons and the zest of 1, but hey, you could use cocoa powder to make it chocolate or anything. After about 10 minutes, it'll thicken up where you take it off the heat and add in an optional 2 tablespoons of butter until it's melted. Then you shock it in an ice bath, adding a bit of vanilla. Take the 3 egg whites you separated, whip them up with a bit of cream of tartar, slowly adding a cup of sugar until stiff. Then you bring over your flavor mixture and slowly add in that meringue. Now these are uncooked egg whites, but if you want to be extra safe, you can buy the store-bought ones, which are guaranteed fine raw. Pour that mixture into a chilled container and freeze for 12 hours and paint me red and call me a barn, you did it. I was sick and tired of cold coffee in the car, so I thought there's one place that stays hot, my engine bay. So I said, let's clean out this old washer pump, put in some fresh hot coffee every morning, extend these lines into the truck so that whenever I push the wiper fluid, I get fresh hot coffee on demand. Now that's a thing of beauty. If it's 2 or 3 minutes past the hour of noon, and I say good morning to you, and instead of responding normally, you just say, don't you mean afternoon? You're fixing to be spatchcocked by these toothpick wrists of mine. You're the human equivalent of plaid cargo shorts. Call me a bank because I have 0% interest in you. Are vintage American cars really that big? Well, yes, they are ridiculous. I mean, take my car, for example. It's not until you put me in for scale that you realize just how gargantuan the bloody thing is. I mean, at nearly 19 feet long. It still remains one of the longest production vehicles ever made, rivaling the wheelbase and length of both late model and old Suburbans. It puts new SUVs to shame. It also changes the way that you have to drive, because you gotta realize that there's still 7 foot of car in front of your windshield, which makes handling interesting. But what you get in return is the most comfortable driving experience known to man. And I've spent some time in some pretty hoity-toity cars. I mean, look, can you lay down in your car?
Now a cowboy needs a hat, needs a hat, needs a hat.
Then ask your heart if your love is true.
I am so sick and tired of everything being a subscription. You got your Netflix, your Hulu, your HBO, your Disney Plus subtraction, fucking long division. I'm sick of it. I got subscriptions for razors. People got subscriptions for deodorant. You want just pieces of meat delivered every month? Pay me. All I wanted to do was to watch Chernobyl on HBO Go, but they're like, hey, you gotta get this entire subscription. HBO Go, can HBO blow me? Hey man, how are you? Oh, you know. What did you just say to me? Oh, you know. No, I don't know. If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you. Hey man, it's just a saying. Do I look like the FBI? The KGB, the YMCA? It's not even. Are you dense? No, I'm just, you know. Holy sh...
Spatchcocked, the past tense of spatchcock, my number 47 favorite word in the English language, which is criminally underutilized. It is used in the culinary sphere to describe a method through which you prepare chicken. You remove the spine and then flay the bird in half in order to better cook it evenly. But I like to use it as a threatening verb. Like, if you don't pass me that Oreo, I'm gonna spatchcock you. It comes from 17th century shorthand for dispatching the... I mean, good lord. Also happens to be Grindr's official slogan. You sure you got it?
When will 2020 end? Oh, tell me quando, quando, quando. There's nothing left to comprehend. 0 out of 10, don't recommend. Bam 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 ba dum 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 gabba dum dum ba ba doo dum bam ba doo dum.
You know, I'm just gonna go back to bed.
You know, you might have a Gucci belt. You might drive a new Porsche. Do you know what I have? I have a miniature pot for my Bush's baked beans, and there is nothing you can do to top that. Make way, peasants! I've acquired the spice of the pumpkins. Premature outerwear.
Obligatory gourd.
A lot of people ask me, Dylan, why are you seemingly never on Instagram? And the answer is very simple. Everybody is gorgeous 100% of the time. It's like one big, huge Calvin Klein advertisement. Look, when it's 2 a.m. and I'm feeling sorry for myself, covered in Pop-Tart dust, looking like a bowl of oatmeal with legs, the last thing I want to do is log onto Instagram and see a whole array of 6'14" Italian bronzed gods with 8-pack abs. No! Makes me feel bad. I want to come to TikTok and look at beans and frogs. Isn't that right, Henry? Henry!
I just wanna take a road trip with. Take a road trip with.
I don't know about you lot, but my exams, my midterms are about to go as smoothly as a wet cat in a paper bag. I'm talking fork in the garbage disposal level mayhem here. My results are going to be like scrolling through a bowl of Cheerios. I'm talking zeros!
He tiny, he bright, he banished dark with small boy might.
Well, when I parked the Cadillac, the gas gauge was half full.
And it is now very much, empty. Out of boom juice.
I'm now sitting in a very large paperweight.
Come on, Herman. Every self-respecting man should own a NATO jerry can. Hold this. I seem to have an expired registration.
Sheriff O'Malley, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Please don't arrest me.
Showtime.
Drink! Come on, darling. Ah! Well, let's start. One pump for good measure. Ah!
You know, when people ask me what instrument I play, I like to tell them that I play the flaccid piano, and that normally puts a stop to the conversation right there.
Which one gets better MPG? Yeah, fuel economy when it comes to these two vehicles is a bit of a misnomer. With a 6.4 liter and a big Edelbrock, I get 7 in the city, 11 on the highway with the Cadillac. Herman the Suburban, on the other hand, doesn't care. 10 miles per gallon either way, even with throttle body injection. Why will I never own a modern car? Take my 1963 V8, for example. Water pump, oil filter, alternator, power steering pump, ignition, distributor. And this is a V8 from 2013. What do you want me to do with this if my alternator goes out? Step 1, apply for a doctorate. Well, folks, it is October in Wyoming. Today we're sitting at about -4 degrees Fahrenheit, about -20 centigrade.
And we're gonna try and cold start the Cadillac.
Not only do these cars have trouble starting at sub-zero temperatures, but we're also at an altitude of 7,200 feet.
That seems a little rich, doesn't it? Let's see how the Suburban fares. That's a dead battery. That's a 1 for 2. I'll take it.
A lot of people tell me, Dylan, I don't know why you daily drive this car. It's got no modern safety features. It's going to be the end of you. And I say, oh, that's where you're wrong. This car has one very important safety feature, and it's called the constant fear of dying. And I'll tell you what, it's very efficient. The clocks fall back. The days grow shorter. Knock, knock. It's seasonal affective disorder. Now, this might come as a surprise to you, but yes, we do in fact exist. And we do so in reverence, despite the rest of the internet refusing to acknowledge us. We're a wonderful state full of beautiful people. And sure, we're not the easiest to live in. We have snow and wind and snow, but Wyoming is for the bold and always has been. I like it that way. So you know what this side on the accordion does, but what exactly does the left hand do? Long story short, it's just bass notes and chords.
I know this looks a righteous mess, but I promise it makes sense. This whole thing is called a Stradella bass system, and all you really need to know is that everything is organized in these diagonal rows of 6 here. Organized in the circle of fifths going up, fourths going down, right? It's not one just big jumbled international crapshoot. Your 2 leftmost buttons are going to be your bass notes way down in the basement, daddy, and then you've got your 4 rightmost being your chords. Just focus on one row right here. This is your C row. 2 leftmost, remember, are bass. The rest are chords. So in this case, this is your root, C. Next up is your counter bass. That just means a third up from your root, so a third up from C is E. Then you've got chords. C major, C minor, C dominant 7th, C diminished 7th. Circle of fourths going down, this is F. Third up, A. F major, F minor, F dominant 7th, F diminished 7th. And that is the same all the way up, all the way down.
What is that? Where does it come from? I don't understand this fucking... Oh!